All right, what's up, everybody? It's Samurai Blitz, and we're having a San Antonio night today, baby. This is JR from Texas Rogue News, and he's going to come talk about some of the things going on in San Antonio. We're all going to just discuss some of the aspects of the liberal party and leftist ideologies and how just everything's just going to shit. And we haven't talked, actually. We talked for like a minute before we got on, and this is our first time actually discussing any kind of just what we believe in, our ideologies and everything else and that. So it's going to be kind of fun. Hopefully y'all tag along. So JR, thank you, man. Thank you for making the time to come on and talk shit with me. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, yeah, there's no good time like right now. I was thinking about it, I was like, can I got time? I was like, let's just do it. Let's just go because I've been trying to like, man, let's get this going. Let's start talking and whatever because San Antonio does not have a scene for this kind of thing like conservatives. I mean, what KTSA or whatever it is, like that AM radio. I don't even know anymore. Like those
Oh,
guys are
okay.
they don't even want to touch San Antonio, they
Does
don't really
anybody
want
even
to touch it.
does anybody even fucking listen to radio though? Like seriously, you do?
Dude, man,
Damn, old school.
wherever everything I can get, man, I'm like, just pump it in. Let's go. Let's hear it. But what I'm not hearing is people that are like probably more our age. I'm a Gen Xer, so I don't hear from my people and stuff like that. And I don't hear people like street level. I don't hear people that grew up here and stayed here. People like make money here and then they go away. Because who wants to be here? Like, there's not a lot of opportunity. I mean, look at downtown where they're doing Cattleman Square, right? This is a whole thing where they got historic. Look, I'm just gonna roll in, dude, because
Go, dude, fucking go.
they got all these buildings down there that and everybody knows like little San Antonio. And if you don't know there's a lot of homeless and houseless and drug addict, however you want to call it, right? But these people out in the street there, right? And they won't clean it up, right? They haven't cleaned it up for years. It's gotten real bad. And so you got these buildings there, like the Scobie building, the Rich Book, the oh gosh, old grocer building, the grocer building, and all these buildings are just sitting there. They call it historic, right? But historic, and they just let them fall apart. And they got asbestos, they got all kinds of hazardous materials, and yet you leave the people laying right there with all this stuff coming down. Rich Books practically breaking off on the corner, and I'm like, are they doing this on purpose? Do they want people to die? Is that the point of like, hey, let them come to us and tell us when they want the help? Because that's not working. If you look at
Yeah.
Canada, they're reversing their policies on that, that free market for use, like, hey, whatever. It just ain't working out, man. It's just not working out. And then
Bro,
the
the
UTSA students
downtown.
down there, they got no housing for going to UTSA. So once they get their degree, they're going to be like, well, we see how San Antonio treated us. They didn't even care if we had any housing down here, you know,
They don't have any housing? I thought they had dorms and all that.
downtown.
Oh no. Oh, downtown. Oh, okay.
It's
I'm
a
thinking
dude, it was a
604.
big opportunity to actually do the live, work, play model, right? Especially with the
Mm.
Rich Book. That Rich Book is on Flores and gosh, what's another name? Not Martin, but Houston Street, right? And so
Mm.
it's a corner property right there. And then UTSA is just right over there too. And VIA's right there. So you got public transport, let's say for students, right? If you turn the Rich Book or the Scobie into the kind of the Scobie, the idea behind it, if anybody doesn't know, it's owned by VIA, but VIA is partially funded by San Antonians, part by us, right?
You're talking about
So
this right here, right?
yeah. That's the corner one. So he sold Adam, and you can see that name right there. Like I'm kind of
Mm.
gonna talk fast. So if people know, they know. If they don't, man,
Yeah,
I
you're
hope
good.
y'all take a little bit of interest and just look some of these things up because this stuff's happening under underneath our feet. Our property's getting taken away. You don't even know it, and it's being done by the city by kind of like a non-profit, right? But there's no other kind of organization like this in any other major city in the United States. And you can look that fact up. The fun thing is, I don't even gotta like, I don't gotta, when you start getting into all this stuff, it starts looking like, man, what is this, like a Netflix story? What's going on
Yeah.
here, man? This is like, is this real? This guy is it, does he listen to Alex Jones? No.
Hey, Alex Jones knows his shit though, man. Like
Well,
people want to dog on him. He knows his shit.
he said some things, and
Yeah,
but,
he said like, and then the shit that they get him on is of course the Sandy Hook, and it's like, all right, bro, like we get it, but I mean, this dude's done years and years and decades on the fucking radio on what is it, public broadcasting and all kinds of shit, and then they have him on like one thing, and then he is outlandish, and they'll be like, oh, the fuck making the
yeah.
frogs great. Like I can't even say it, but he's all the frogs gay and all kinds, and then they prove it. He was proven right, But no, I definitely understand what you're saying, dude. Downtown
Yeah.
San Antonio is a shithole, man. So I was, and it was during the COVID time. I went down there, and I hadn't gone since. And we're going to some I mean, no, it was a show. I forgot what, Band of Horses, I believe. And they didn't let us in because we didn't have our COVID shot, and at that time they were requiring.
Really?
Yes. So they didn't even give
I
us
never
a.
took I never took that.
I
Like,
never
the
took
rest of
it
my
either.
family did. I actually had pneumonia some years back before, like 2015 or so. I would be prime for that. I didn't take it. And I've gotten COVID like 3 times. And each time it's been very little. It's gotten less and less.
Yeah, I collected
I took no
all
medicine.
samples.
Yeah, I took no medicine when I got COVID. I just slept it off, whatever. You got some pain, but it was like the flu, like a
Yeah, well,
bad flu.
my first time, I was gonna say, my first time I actually got the drip. I was really sick. I felt like, oh man, I'm getting sick. And then they were like, oh, you're like a little overweight, so we'll give you the drip. And then
Hey.
after that, I've gotten COVID like 3, 4, 5 times now. And then I just, it just, every time it's just slightly less and less, like you're saying.
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
before I lose my train of thought,
Yeah.
so we didn't get in the concert. And then we were like, let's go downtown, man. Let's go. Fuck, I haven't been down here in forever. It's all under construction. It looks like shit. It looks terrible. I don't. If anybody that ever just showed up here, they'd be like, "Oh, this is your downtown." There's nothing to look at. And then on top of that, I mean, yeah, like you said, there's just homeless
Hey.
people, drunk. Oh, there you go. You like that?
I was like, we haven't set this up. Go ahead.
How do you want me to do it? But no, it just looks like shit, and it's terrible. Yeah, there was homeless people. Fucking, I saw a dude taking a shit like on the floor. I've seen videos now,
and I see that in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I see videos now of them, like, where they do those what do they call those little street meets where they're just like driving their cars all crazy and all that. Man, when I was a kid, I'm a millennial, unfortunately. I'm a 42, so I'm in that category.
Oh yeah, you're on the back end of Gen X though.
Like, yeah, I'm on the back end of Gen X. Yeah, my brother was 78. He was a Gen Xer, so he was 5 years older than me.
And really, let's be fair. The generational things are relative. They're not, you got mixing in between. I'll tell you what they say about the millennials, and this is by like people that studied the generational groups and all that. Millennials are supposed to be the heroes. Y'all are supposed to save everybody. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Because Gen X, my crew, what we did, we're nomads. We're self-sufficient. We'll just do whatever. We're used to it. We'll take care of whatever. The problem is we're too self-sufficient. So we never got together. That's why there's a power structure missing between like my grandpa's age and my age. It just, nobody came in. We're so used to taking care of ourselves, that we're not taking care of anybody else.
But that's the way it was. That's the way it was when I was growing up. It was just me and my brother. And my brother's my brother would have been, I'm 43, he would have been 47 right now. Like, so yeah, I was always with him, and we just did our own thing all the time. It was just us. Go to recreation. I used to live near Kenwood Park, so we go recreation Kenwood Park all day in the summers. Other than that, we just did our own shit. That was back in the day where you could, everyone knew everybody. Nowadays, bro, nobody talks to no fucking buddy.
Dude, like, it's just like the drug market, like on the street right now. It's all crazy. It's just like make money. Nobody gives a shit about nothing. There's no rules. Nobody cares. They don't care. That's how it is.
It's like
it used to be structures, man. I grew up in old
with
Mexico neighborhoods. South of St. Mary's, right over there. That's old school Mexico area. Like we had, illegals all the time working with us or whatever. Who cares? Nobody cared. You come over, you do work, you send money back. That's been that's been the unwritten understanding that we had, because those guys were coming to work. Yeah, they booze it up, but they were working. And they're sending money back to their family. That's about it. Now it turned into it's just gotten so much worse. It's not the same. The social contract has changed.
Yeah, I was gonna say now, because I know people that have construction companies, and they tell me too, and they're like, dude, back in the day, you had somebody that was illegal. They worked. They were always on time. They worked their ass off. Now they're just spoiled fucking assholes.
Entitled.
Yes, and they're very entitled for not being here and on a legal status. And he's like, dude, it fucking sucks. Like these Mexicans out here. And like I remember when I was a kid, and you're about the same. I don't know your exact age.
Well, I'm older than you.
Yeah. But I remember when we were kids, right? Yeah. We used to joke around, and be like la migra, and people would be like, oh shit, they'd be all fucking. Yeah, nowadays you say that shit, they're like, I don't give a fuck. Like they don't give a shit, and it just shows the difference in attitudes of from the generation of people that came back in the day to like today's world, where they're just like, give me shit now. it's more. But since we're on that topic, I actually want to know that because I'm a big believer in remittance taxes. How do you feel about that? That there were, I know Trump has implemented that on some places, but what do you think about that? People sending home, they're going to get taxed more, sending money home like that.
Oh, like illegals making
Yeah,
money
like so.
in their
So like
clock.
if you're coming in, you're from like another country, right? And then you're sending most of your money back home, you would get taxed on that.
Don't they just do it like through Snapchat? Like who's gonna do it like legit? Like
Uh, I no, no, they
man.
do Culebra Meat Market. Go to Culebra Meat Market. You see line these motherfuckers sending money home. So
Oh, okay, like through if they're actually using Western. Yeah, to me, the people that are doing something that's gonna get they don't want to get taxed, they're just gonna do another way. I mean,
yeah,
that's how it's always been. As far as like if you're living here illegal or legally, like you're a legal immigrant, you're allowed to be here, but you're still sending money out of country. That's the resources that you're making in our country and you're exporting it out. Yeah, that rubs me all wrong way a little bit, I mean, but on the other hand, let's say if I went to like Denmark or something and I wanted to send money back to my mom, and like I mean I've had to leave Houston, San Antonio for like Houston before just to get work because I do a lot of tech like web code and stuff like that. I'm a systems level architect, so engineer, that kind of thing. And San Antonio sucks for that kind of thing. They say we're like a hub for tech and all that, but whatever.
I was
Like
gonna
they don't
say,
want to. They don't want to pay.
do they
We're
say?
used to low pay. We're used to low pay. That's why if you look at the companies that we have here. Sorry, dude. When you hit me, you're gonna hit like 15 different
Oh, you're good. No,
topics.
but I was gonna say, are we known for tech? I haven't heard that.
We've been trying. I mean, that Port San Antonio, that's supposed to be. Oh, it's gonna save it. It's like the Project Marvel thing. Everything is we fucking roll the dice and gamble all the time, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's just this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. It's gonna save you, just like AT&T Center saved the East Side. You look over there, Opportunity Home that owns one of the senior centers, and those seniors are dying of like heat because their ACs aren't working. That's even this year. Like,
Oh yeah.
so where are the promises that follow? Where's the follow through? Where's the accountability? Nah. So for the record, I want the development, Project Marvel. I want all that. I'm just saying, look, everybody, pay attention to what's going on. The promises that are being made, right? When has that happened in the past? So maybe we rushed a little too fast. I don't even like our mayor. I didn't vote for her, but
Oh no.
I will recognize that she wanted
Hey,
to at least do the thing and say, "Hey, let's hold up real quick. Let's get a third party in here. Take a look at this."
but
We don't
she's
got the
lesbian, so
same.
she's gonna save us because her lesbianness.
Let me
I
tell you
love
about
how,
that.
huh?
So that whole rainbow thing, right? The rainbow sidewalks. That's
Oh,
even
from
another
Greg
thing.
Abbott.
That's another thing where like she's got her own personal things, but I appreciate her pragmatism and saying, "Hey, this ain't the fight. We are where we are. Whatever, right? We got other things to do." So look, this is how I operate, though. Enemy, friend, look, the truth is what matters. What you do and what actually happens matters. You talk all day about whatever, blah, 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 but what you actually do and follow through on, that's what matters. So
I
we'll
I
see
was gonna
what she
say,
does. She's just making a lot of enemies right now.
yeah. No, I
I kind of enjoy it.
I'm in the same boat as you. I don't like her. I think a lot
Yeah.
of things that she rubbed me the wrong way in so many ways. And it's been a while, so I don't remember everything like back to back. But I just remember like I was like and then she started bringing in people from other places, and it's like, bro, like bring in somebody that knows San Antonio and knows the culture,
I hate
knows
that
like,
shit, dude.
yes, I'm not a fan of that. And then on top of that, when I saw that she was actually saying, hey, like let's not rush into this Marvel thing. And what's that fucking prick's name? The Ron Nierenberger. What's his name? The old mayor. Jesus
I
Christ.
hate that dude. Talk about a skunk.
The beef.
He's like a Gavin Newsom to me.
Yeah.
He really screwed up our. We when we had the mayoral debates and all that, and all the different candidates were talking. Everybody hit on the same damn thing, at least on the conservatives, because that's what I was paying attention to in my area. They all said the same damn thing. We're in a fucking bubble. We're in a business bubble. We are unfriendly to new business. And what Pablos would have done, given he had state ties, would have been break us out of that somewhat. But Nuremberg, no, you remember during COVID? Do you remember during COVID how
Yeah.
they were like, hey, we're going to buck the state and we're going to say that all part-time, now you got to pay your employees. Do you remember that stuff? Vacation time and sick time. And I'm like, me? I'm an independent contractor. So if I hire somebody, you're going to force me?
Yeah.
Pay? No, hell no.
No, yeah, I mean,
You're
they
killing me,
destroyed small
Smalls.
businesses.
Yeah, of
They
course they were.
destroyed small businesses. And then what I was trying to say about Nuremberg is he was even saying, like, I told the new mayor she needs to, like, really understand what she's doing and all that. And I was like, I was really impressed by the new mayor by saying, hey, fuck that, I don't care, I'm gonna stick to my guns, and we're gonna have town meetings about the shit, and then we're gonna go from there. But the one thing that I think it's all fake, because they're gonna do it anyways, is they already started
Bingo.
construction. They already started
Bingo.
construction. You fucking liars. You really
Dude, there's a
care.
lot of things there. It's the same thing that happened with Aim for Hope over here in my area. They had the talks, and all the talks with the public were performative, right? Oh,
Yeah.
we talked to we listened to them. Same thing with San Antonio Housing Trust. Now we want to hear what the public has. You know what we told them when they came
Political
down?
theater.
We don't want your shit, because their shit, San Antonio Housing Trust, is all about land banking and homeless center construction. They want to do another center for Cortisone Ministries over here. We already got Haven. We already got that 4-story monstro on San Pedro, by the way, which probably most people don't even know about. It's where that Baskin Robbins is. Look, this tells you I'm from where I'm from, because I'm going to tell you by landmarkers, not the.
No, but where's the what are you talking about? What part of San Pedro?
Oh, you don't even know. Right
No,
north down, right north of downtown, just right there, San Pedro, and where 5 Points Fredericksburg turns into, what's that other street? It turns into shit. I can't remember.
Oh, you're talking about like Cypress and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, by the Cypress Cove and all. Oh, okay.
Near the Cove on San Pedro, though. So if you go down that way, there's a Baskin Robbins / Dunkin'. They closed down because too much junkies and shit. But then there's the gas station by the highway, right? Let me show my phone. There we go.
Oh yeah, you're talking about, like, if you go down Fredericksburg, there's when you're going to.
Yeah. So if you get onto San Pedro going into downtown, like towards the libraries right there, and then the school's right there on the other side, there's a 4-story. They already got the brick up and everything, man. We went and talked to the people in there, 5 Points Neighborhood Association, because they were having meetings, but the people were saying that the neighborhood association was tied in with District 1 people from that, the reps from that office. And when people were trying to ask questions, or they were counter to whatever the narrative was, they were like, look, we're having a meeting here. If you want to be disruptive, the district offices are not supposed to tell the citizens how to run their meeting. Yeah. Let alone tell the citizens what you can or cannot say. Dude, we're Gardendale Neighborhood Association. We were going to take over that. We actually did. We successfully took over that neighborhood association because they had not registered for over 5 years. So the city is not supposed to be conducting business with neighborhood associations. They explicitly stated on the website. You can go look it up. Any problems that arise, they're like, hey, we're hands off. We ain't going to touch any of that. You got a problem, go to a lawyer. Yet they went in and took away our registration and gave it back to the 5 Points, even though they were deficient in having meetings, deficient in telling people about what was coming to their area. I could find that if you want that address.
Oh yeah, we get it later. But yeah, no,
Dude, there's so much stuff people have no idea about.
No, but that's the one thing that's really shitty, is like, they have these town meetings. They could give two shits about what you're saying. They could give two shits about how you feel. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do, no matter what. It's like when you remember when the Final Four came here and they were spending tax money on nice seats to go watch the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that whole thing,
and nothing came of it. Like, it was just like, oh. Well, they did it on the news a little bit. They talked about it, and then it was like, oh, okay, whatever. We'll just hire the same people back. And it was like, yeah.
Because the news is complicit in whatever story that needs to be, whatever narrative, that's what they touch.
Yeah. That's what I was telling my friend. So they have these little propaganda commercials with the Project Marvel, right? And they're saying, oh yeah, it's not going to be on tax on families, and San Antonians are not going to pay. It's going to be people coming from out of town, and it's going to be like it's basically, we're free from it, and the Spurs are going to put, what is it, like $3 billion or $2 billion, in the construction of the new fucking stadium.
Yeah, like 500 million up front, and like 1.5 towards whatever. If I post a link in this private chat, will you be able to see that? This is the address there, 210 Marshall Street, apparently. If you go by there now, and I really
why don't you just send it to my X, and then I'll put it up.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, man, and that's what I told my friend. I was like, it is going to be a tax on San Antonians. You know why? Because every year, what do we have every year in spring during April? That everybody goes downtown and everybody gets hotels downtown. What fucking fiesta? Mm-hmm. Now that's gonna just completely drain. Like, no, like lower to middle class, like lower to middle to lower class are ever going to be able to go downtown again to go watch the parade. On top of that, I mean, anytime like people like me that are not making that much, like I make enough to survive well, but not like not spending all this money. The tickets for the Spurs, no fucking native San Antonians that make regular money are going to be able to afford a goddamn ticket.
Somebody was saying like, oh, the tickets now are affordable, and I'm like, I ain't paying to go to them.
Dude,
Watch
they're not
them
affordable.
lose. I don't want to pay, $80-$90 or whatever it is to watch them lose most of the time. It's just not what I'm going to do. Like, I
Now,
used
they're
to get
actually pretty
them.
good this year, but
Well, this year, yeah, but it's been a while, man. Like, come on.
yeah.
Like,
But those
yeah.
tickets are not going to be affordable anytime soon. So 616. Oh, this is 210 Marshall. Okay. Why
Yeah.
is it
So
giving all
what
these?
you were saying though, my mom said it real easy like this. She said, "How does a tax know what a citizen and a tourist is? How does a tax know that?"
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
So apparently, no. But you want to go further? Let's do it this way.
Let's go
Apparently,
further.
we're so fucking poor here. We can't even afford to go over there anyway. Like, what are we gonna rent a hotel for? What got money to throw around for that shit? What are we gonna rent a car?
Yeah.
Come on. Of course, we would do these normal things. We got friends and
Yeah.
family that come to town. We
That's
also
the other
sometimes want,
thing.
yeah.
That's
But
the other thing is every time you get family to come to town, I believe is this it?
Yeah, but check it out. Notice the date on that, February 2021. Have you noticed this thing with Google where a lot of times around my area at least, they won't go past 2022? That ain't no
Oh, really?
conspiracy. That ain't
Oh,
no
this thing.
see more dates. Yeah, on that where it says see more dates, check that out.
Where's they see more dates? Where's
Right there. Look at all the years prior, and then it just stops. Dude, I'm telling you. There is you know why? It's nice and clean. Now, if you go to Cattleman Square, same thing. They have the streets nice and clean, nobody there. The reality is it looks like fucking trash, dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't live too far from
here. Propaganda, baby.
Oh yeah. No, I know this area. Oh yeah.
So that it don't look like that at all now. That Duncan Baskins closed. All that lot right there that you're looking at right there with the Texas Star and everything, and the lot that's empty next to it.
No, yeah,
that's currently a new 4-story brick building, dude. Go down there.
No, I've actually seen it now. I know what you're talking about because I actually we go to the Cove every now and then and go have some drinks and let the kids play and fucking what is it? They have that big playground in the back, and no, I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah, it doesn't look like that anymore at all, for sure.
No, so that's like a low barrier. That's gonna be for basically Skid Row type people.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And they lied to the public there. They informed them differently. Is that how they would say it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they informed them. They embellish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dude. There's a lot of things, but it's just like your mom had said, right? You're not gonna know who's a local, who's a not, and especially gonna hit people when it comes to Fiesta time, right? Because Fiesta, for people that don't live here and never been here, Fiesta is like a traditional thing. I'm not too big of a fan anymore, and I don't go much. The only time I go is like the night parade. But the night parade's always really fun. My kids love it. It actually is fun. And yeah, man, everybody's just gonna get taxed to an oblivion. And it's always gonna, like I said, even the Spurs games, any games that come, it's just gonna be for people that are not from here. Because we all know San Antonio is a poor city, like it is. It's a big city. We're number 7, but we're not a metropolis. Like you go to our downtown, there's like nothing there. There's no. You go to Austin downtown, it's humongous. And Austin's such a little city compared to ours. You go to any other downtown, you go to ours, dude. One time I took my wife to our downtown.
Yeah, go to Houston. Houston's it's a real city.
Yeah,
it's like downtown in Houston.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god, this is what I remember seeing on movies and shit.
Yeah,
like, this is like I feel like business is conducted here. I feel kind of like I don't belong here.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicago, dude. Chicago, man. You ever never been? If you haven't been,
I've been to Chicago's airport. That's about it. I got stuck there for a day, and then
it's a real city.
Yeah. No, but my wife, I took her downtown one time, and she goes, "Wow, y'all's downtown is ghetto." And I was like, "No," because I used to work at the Emily Morgan back in the day. Like this is a long time ago. Yeah, I used to do that, and then it's just it used to be like just a bunch of people coming in from Houston down and like little things, and everybody went downtown for the ghost hunting tours because the what is it, the fucking the Menger and Emily Morgan are supposedly haunted, and the Alamo, which no San Antonians ever go to, they just know how it looks. But yeah,
you go when you're a kid, like in school. They go take the
Yeah,
day trip there or whatever. Yeah,
you do like third, fourth grade, right? And
yeah, something like that.
yeah, and yeah, it's been pretty bad, man. I don't know. I think San Antonio's not really. Austin's attracting a bunch of businesses. You know, you go to North Austin. I mean, I would think that's more the tech hub of Texas. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, for
What do you
sure. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to be with the company. I lived downtown for a while here. 3 different points over Refugio Place where they cleared out the one of the projects and they paved it all and then they put like apartments and whatnot. I live in that area. I live on the north part of downtown a couple times. One in like a little small like 2-story house that was split, bunch of medical people in there too. And then I lived in that 1221 that kind of like they're the more modern brutalist style of architecture where basically concrete. I was like a human shoebox, like a human parking garage, it's all concrete flooring and all that, but it's a specific style for people that want to blow their money, and then I lived on shit I think those are the 3 places. So yeah, I lived there for a while, man. It was decent when I was living down there. I used to walk around all the time at night. I had no problem, no fear, whatever. It was no big deal. You had some homeless dudes, but most of them were drunks. They weren't
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
psychos,
Yeah, but now you have a bunch of drug addicts. I've seen a lot of drug addicts, man. It's been when I
what
went
happened to
that last.
tourism?
Yeah, I know. Where I haven't been, dude, and I need to actually go down there to see what it's like because it's been so long. But I haven't seen. I don't know. Is this tourism's dead right now in the city? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, to me, since COVID, it was a big turnaround there. We never properly recovered. It's almost like they wanted control of the area, and a lot of things happened during COVID. Same thing with the creation of the San Antonio Housing Trust, which I'm going to keep going back to because but that's supposed a nonprofit. And what it did was it allowed city council members. So we got 5 city council members sitting on that board of directors for San Antonio Housing Trust. And what they do is like with downtown, right? The lack of development down there has always been history and culture. Just remember that. It's all because of history and culture. So they took out the horses, right? Or are they in the process of it? I know they already voted to get them out of there, but I don't know if it's like a gradual, we're moving them. But the horse-drawn carriages used to be a history and culture thing until they decided that it wasn't convenient. Because the reality is they want to do what London did way back, what many of these major cities are trying to do now, in New York as well, which is what? Remove you from driving your vehicle into their downtown. Because it's not for regular people. It's going to be major cities are going to be elite and poverty. That's it. We're Judge Dredd. That's what it's turning into.
Well, I mean, COVID definitely, I mean, you saw the biggest, transfer of wealth ever in the history of the world, man. I mean, we saw, what is it? I forgot, it was some staggering number, like almost 70-80% of small businesses that left and never would come back. It was some wild number. I can't remember the exact one. But I mean, especially once Trump got in and the USAID and all that, I mean, it just exposed how nonprofits are a scam and they're just they're just getting these goddamn grants. Like there's a secret code to get these government grants. Like they don't tell it, but I mean, they just get all these grants now just thrown at them and they don't even like, hey, what did you do with the money? Because we saw all this money coming in, like, I mean, all the money they were spending on just stupid projects and nothing ever happened from them. Like nothing ever happened.
That happens here in San Antonio too.
Oh yeah.
I have talked to people that work in nonprofits, which by the way, a lot of those people are fucking insane. They're on drugs. They're on antipsychotics and stuff like that. I'm not even kidding. This is from a woman that used to work there. She's a little younger than me. And at one of these nonprofits, I ain't gonna say which one, but
I was gonna say, would you mind exposing it? But it's good if you can.
Well, no, I'll tell you, but not here.
Okay.
But yeah, and she said a lot of these grants and whatever like that we get in the city, they just use AI to write it, to write. They just use. And here's the thing. Of course, it passes. You know why? No one's gonna read this shit here. We're lazy as fuck here. Like the reason why our local politicians are even in office has nothing to do with their capabilities or their intelligence. They're probably good at surviving. People like I know even people I talk to in my neighborhood association, they think like our rep on District 5, she's not very outside. No, she's very smart. She's very intelligent, but whatever it is with these Democratic Socialists, the DSA, she's part of that DSA, her, McKee Rodriguez, and Galvan, I believe, which he used to work in Castillo's office. I'm talking about District 5 Castillo. Those people that she's got a team, they know what they're doing. That's how they got her elected. And they got the money behind it from the Democratic Party. I'll say that about the Democrats, and I said it online before too. One thing I hate about seeing conservatives and Republicans in San Antonio is I don't see them. So,
yeah.
Even the Democrats will, even if I'm a loser and they say, but he's there, let's support him. They'll throw their money behind me. They'll get people down here, and I'm the district rep now. We've had competent people that they look at what's going on. They're like, why bother? Especially if I'm coming from private industry, private district, you got to be like a champion for truth and justice the way I am. And then otherwise, because how else are you going to not get bought out, not be corrupt, not just take a pay and just, take a fall basically and let the Democrat win. Like, I think there's too many of these structures that are, it happens locally too, where the Republicans and the Democrats are both handshaking on, look, we got our power structure. We've had it here. Let's not disrupt it too much. You like how your money flow is coming? I like how my money flow is coming. So I think that what's her face now, that I forget her name, but she got in there, the mayor, and Gina, she got in there, Gina Ortiz Jones. Let's get it right. Miss Jones. Miss Jones got up in there, and I think that she's actually kind of going a little off script. They screwed up. Because
I agree. I think she's going off script because, like I said, I saw Ron Nierenberg and he was like kind of, hey man, like she just doesn't know how it's run yet, and she's gonna learn. I remember
he was gonna freeze her out.
Yeah.
She can be a lame duck.
But I mean, it's definitely true. Those Democratic Socialists, man, they
they're ruining our country.
Like completely.
They're progressives,
but they're not progressing. They're regressing. Like there's no progression.
Only in name only, and they're Marxists. Straight up Marxists.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like we're talking earlier when we had that little talk before we got on. We're talking about the Mamdani thing, and he says I want to seize, I want to seize the, what is it? What do you say? I want to seize the fucking the structure. Like I forgot how he said it. Jesus Christ, I'm going blank. I don't know why. But he wants to seize the production. Like he wants to seize it. Like he says it straight out. That's straight up communist. Like I'm gonna seize this that shit. Like I don't care what you say. I'm gonna do
Marxist, communist, socialists. They all want the resources.
Means of production. There you go.
Yeah, they want the power. They want the resources. And then in their mind, well, no, we're gonna redistribute it because we know best. And we know what historically happens is they ain't no redistributing except amongst their friends, and you get a little bread loaf here and there, maybe, if you're lucky.
Go break rocks with the rest of the idiots. But no, the one thing that drives me the most crazy, bro, like this shit drives me nuts, is like you get these progressives, right? And they're always talking about how the government's evil and the state and never trust the government. And it's like, you're a communist, you idiot. Don't you know, like you give all your power to the state, you dumb fuck. And it makes me so mad. Like, God, you should really read about what communism does.
Yeah, don't trust the government, but trust us.
Yeah, and they're the first ones that are gonna be thrown out because if there's one thing, communists don't like intellectuals. They don't want intellectuals. They don't need poets and writers and people. You're gonna be out there like breaking rocks with everybody else.
They need the useful idiots, and that's it. We do what we say as long as we need, and if you're doing a good job, if we don't need you, we don't need you. That's it.
No, it's do what we say when we need you. Once we take power, you're out. You're going to be with the rest of them in the gulags. And that's the way it always goes. I mean, all the time. They use all the fucking idiots that think that there's going to be this utopian paradise. And it's like, oh, there's going to be no class system. And we're all going to be equal. And, like the companies are going to belong to everybody. Like, that's all stupid. Everything. Like, Marx is, dude, I just can't. I can't stand it when they talk about like with Karl Marx and nobody's implemented communism right. And it's like, dude was a fucking deadbeat, owed people money his whole damn life. He was just a freeloader. And that's all communism is, man. It's just, I don't want to work. And they think like they're going to have this like lazy existence where they just sit at home on TikTok and they're going to be getting paid because, everybody else is going to work, but they don't understand. They're the ones that are going to be fucking out there in the fields working, because that's the only way communism works is you have like a slave labor force. It's the only way it's going to work. And they're going to be part of that slave labor force.
Yeah, and then that whole TikTok thing. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like every other social media platform. Just because you're seeing 1, 10, 100, 1,000, even 100,000, we have way more people than that. Not everyone's going to be the TikTok rolling in money or whatever. There's useful people to the state, and if you're making content that they want, hey, guess what? You're going to be all right.
Yeah,
And when you're not making content they want, guess what? Yeah, you ain't going to be around.
Yeah, but once like in every communist regime, once the people actually take over, those minions that they set out to go be fucking terrorists and vandalize and terrorize all the people, those people are gonna be out. Those are the first ones they kill because those are the ones that are gonna speak up. That they have to take those people out because they already know the people that kind of were sitting back letting it happen. Those people will just abide. They'll abide
Yeah,
by
they ain't the
whatever.
problem.
Yes, there ain't the threat. It's those fucking idiots, but they use them until they get their power, and then once the power is already taken, boom, those people are the first ones to go. And
That's
it's
dead
100%.
on.
And
Dead on.
and yeah, so I did, and one of the biggest problems I see with this city as well is, you got all these judges that are just letting people free, and you already know what I'm going with. I can see your face.
Well,
No,
I
but
got something about one of them I want to talk about, but we'll keep going.
no, yeah, and it's ridiculous. Like one of those things I like. You remember that lady that bought her kid guns and she bought her kid like ammunition, guns, and like a fucking bulletproof vest or whatever to go shoot up Rhodes Middle School.
Yes, I do remember. Like, okay, first off, the lady that bought her kid ammo, guns, and a vest. I'm
There you
like,
go.
okay,
Something
okay,
like that.
okay. What's the problem? And then to shoot up roads, okay, that's the problem.
Yeah,
You can
no,
buy him ammo. You can buy him a gun, long gun, because any kid can. I know my laws. You can buy him a vest. I don't know how big the kid is, but but
middle school.
it's the context and the intent,
Yeah,
right?
she knew what he was gonna go do, and then like she made
Yeah, that
bail.
crazy fucking bitch. Yeah,
She
she
made
shouldn't have.
bail,
Yeah.
and it was like, how the fuck? Okay, I just it blew my mind that she made bail, and then like not even
I
long
remember. I
later,
could see her now. Yeah, I know who
yeah,
exactly.
the little purple hair freak,
Oh,
and then like a month or two later, she ended up she posted a picture of her with a shotgun to a baby's head and told the dad she better shut the fuck up or I'm gonna do it. And then they finally took her out again, and then she made bail again, I believe. And it was like, what are we doing, bro? Like somebody like that needs to be stuck
yeah,
in jail till their court date, and then she needs to just be in a hole forever because
yeah,
your whole intention was to get your kid these things, these fucking these guns or whatever it is to go shoot a bunch of other kids for bullying. Like that's
yeah.
that.
She's clearly the problem there.
Yeah, and I feel bad for the kid because the kid probably thinks that's normal. It's probably raised in an environment where that was a normal thing for him, and yeah, that's crazy. But I did want to show this because I hadn't seen it before, and I just saw it on X real fast, and it's talking about the thing, and then we'll go to that judge you're talking about. So this is talking about 7 proposed changes in the state constitution. So
The
let's
17. Yeah, yeah. I've got something on that too. Go ahead.
all right, let's check it out.
The November 4th election is a week away, and Texas early and regular voters are faced with 17 proposed changes to the Texas Constitution. Several proposed amendments could have big implications on the criminal justice system. One would let judges deny bail to people accused of serious crimes like sexual assault or kidnapping. Another would change the way that judges can be sanctioned or removed for misconduct, and let Governor Abbott appoint most of the people who investigate that misconduct. Other major props would expand property tax breaks for businesses and homeowners, ban certain types of taxes, and create new state funds for water infrastructure, dementia research, and a new Texas technical college system. Go to expressnews.com/vote for a breakdown of all 17 proposed constitutional amendments.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go through those 17. I think I read it a while back, but I didn't get it all. But yeah, I
First
think.
off, don't go to Express News for shit because they
Oh
ain't
no,
gonna tell you.
no.
They're gonna tell you what they want you to. Even if it's light touches, like just some words here and there, just enough to kind of edge you over to the progressive leftist side.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And
I already
a
know
lot of
how
times
they're
the way
gonna
they
vote.
word these bills, like I have so many friends call me like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, I have
Oh,
to tell them what it means, and I'm like telling them, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like they
hey,
word these bills
if
they
you
make me confused.
if I sent it to you and your friends still want to know, I'm gonna send you a link. I don't know if Restream if this stuff gets out there, but I did a non-jargon version of this which is basically cutting it down to regular speak for most people of all these 17. And there's no bias. I may be the way I am, but I ain't going to force anybody or I don't persuade anybody to do anything. You have the right. People consider me like a libertarian. I'm not a libertarian, but I do believe in a lot of freedom for yourself to a point, because I think there is a point where it gets just dumb. Like that woman giving the kid, look, hey, buy him the guns, but now you're crazy, lady. Like get this woman locked up for life. Put her on a chain gang. Like seriously, we need to bring that back.
Yeah, and I really think a lot of these judges need to be held accountable for letting criminals go, and then they go and recommit and actually go and kill somebody. Just like a bar gets in trouble for getting somebody too drunk and killing somebody, why doesn't a judge have the same?
Non-San Antonio, what you talking about? You know how many TABC employees there are that cover the south of Texas? Like 2.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 2 or 3. I used to talk to them. That's why. And I think total in the state of Texas, you got like maybe 6 or 8, maybe. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. But I know for sure if you get drunk and they will go to the bar. I've seen like
it for sure doesn't happen anywhere near what it would. And if it did, San Antonio would not be party city the way that it always talks about. Hey, let's go get drinks. Let's go. That's part of our culture here, in the work culture, like in the corporate culture as well. Clearly in the political culture. Look at our fucking. We even got one woman right now. What was she? Twice the legal limit or whatever.
That chick, the one that was all fucked up. What's her name?
Look, I don't mind a politician that knows how to party. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, how come she gets treated different than like the conservatives? Because there's a reason that they want. That's how they got rid of what's his face, Clayton Perry. And
I actually got to interview him. He was a real nice guy. He was one of the conservatives.
Oh, he's a pro. Oh, he knows what he's doing as a politician.
Yeah, but he was one of those like conservatives during the mayoral race. I messaged him within a day. Hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? I want to talk about your fucking mayoral race, candidacy.
Well, his image was already trashed. I mean, he's gonna. He ain't got nothing. Like, what are you gonna do? Look how old I am, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, he's got all his he's all got his friend ties. He got his structure. This guy ain't gonna be hurting for nothing. Like, seriously.
But he was a cool dude. I mean,
I met him. He's a cool dude.
I know he had that one.
You know he can drink.
Yeah. But I know he had that one thing in him. And I mean, I don't know how many times he was arrested, but I know that one for sure.
Just the one, and he was just sloppy. That's all.
Yeah, he was
somebody, and I know, lay down in the yard.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
That's where that chick, the one that they just arrested, the one you were talking about with
I can't remember
the video that leaked. I remember they were all mad, and she was like pissed off that the video leaked, and it's like, bitch, you're just a regular, like you're like everybody else.
Yeah, why didn't anybody complain when it happened to Clayton Perry? Why didn't they complain when it happened to Mark White? Now, Mark White, I don't know the guy. I've never met the guy, but he seems like a go along to get along guy. I think they got him like, hey, bro, you want us to fucking ruin you? I'm pretty sure they set him up. Look, they all go to these parties. They get a drunk as fuck. Come on, let's go. Hey, you can drop me off, whatever. Oh, we're the best buddy. Oh, man, I love you too. And then he's going to be coming down this road right now. I'm just saying we're leaving. And then, boom, there you go. We got you, bro. We got you.
It's all set, dude. I just saw this interview. I saw this interview with Tucker Carlson, and one of the politicians was saying how they invite you like to Israel. They invite you these little things, and then they'll send like a girl up to your room, and then they'll be like, "Hey, before you vote on this, we heard a girl went up to your room, and your wife don't know about that, huh?" And he was like, just spilling the beans on how these candidates just get compromised all the damn time.
Even if nothing happens, who's there to say that it didn't?
Yeah, I mean, it's because what is it nowadays? You know how it is. I mean, everybody just reads the headline. Nobody reads past the headline. Like the other day, I was just talking about this with my friend. The other day, I was looking at I think it was SA Express News, whatever, and it's 170 American citizens have been arrested by ICE, and I was like, oh shit, that's quite a bit, right? So
170, that ain't much.
No, but I was like, that's a good amount to get.
That's more than I like, but it's not much compared to how many millions we got. I mean,
well, yeah, exactly. But the thing was, I started to like actually, okay, let me read it, right? And I go into it, 135 right off the bat. Right? It says in the first paragraph, 135 were arrested for interfering with arrests and assaults on ICE officers. And I said, that's fucking what percentage? That's almost all of them.
Yeah.
And then one of them was so weird of a story. It was a guy that supposedly is an American citizen that doesn't know English, which I've never met an American citizen that doesn't know English. I just never have. Because even when you become a citizen, they're going to make you take that test, and that test is in English. So you have to know English. And he was on a marijuana farm with a bunch of illegal employees.
Yeah.
And he got wrapped up in it. And I was like, well, I mean, that's kind of collateral damage.
That sounds like a Cheech and Chong movie. Right?
That's what I was saying. I was like, what is this? The dude don't know English. He's an American citizen somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And he's in a fucking marijuana farm. He's like one of the guards on the marijuana farm where a bunch of illegals are working on that farm. I mean, come on, bro. I would arrest them too. I'd be like, hey, dude, you don't speak English. I don't believe you. I don't believe you're an American citizen.
Yeah, and an arrest is an arrest. It's not a prosecution. It's not. Yeah, so what? Yeah.
It's not at all. So, could you send me that list real fast? I want to just do.
You want to see the
that list that you made? Can you send it on X?
I sent you the one that I did where it talks about the non-jargon version of the amendments as well as the propositions for Prop A and B. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go into that. I want to do.
I have the Democrats version of it as well.
Nah, I don't want to. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, but I do want to see it before we get out of here because I'm gonna have to get out eventually. But text day proposition 1. If you could go through them, I'll just go through them. I mean, I'll kind of scroll down and you could go through them and mix yourself, if that's cool.
I wasn't really thinking. I hadn't really read these over that since I did it, but yeah. I mean, look. This is what I did this because my mom was asking, right? Like, what do I do? Plus, you can take in a little sheet that has all your stuff. By the way, you can't use your phone, but you can write it down on a little paper, and take that in as well in case people are like, I don't want to go for this. Or, people may not vote for it, but yeah. Technical college is fun. Look, I can give you my opinion. That might be easier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because this is the raw, like, it's not going to say one way or the other. That basically create funds for new buildings, labs, equipment, Texas Technical College, right? If I read it all, it's going to take forever.
No, but didn't we do like a $900 million thing just recently with the community colleges?
We have done so many programs for work, for education, I would like to actually point back to San Antonio's own project for this, where what was it called? Man,
but that was the one where they approved the 980 something million for these fucking community colleges, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, there's a 200 million or so that we did for job creation or whatever. Then another 445 million that was added onto that. It's
Jesus.
San Antonio.
Just throwing money.
Yeah, we are, but that's the thing. Look, and it kind of ties back to the idea of Project Marvel, where look, the idea that we're not going to get taxed. First off, yes, we're going to get taxed. I know we're crossing over a lot of streams here, but the thing is, not only is it that we're also going to get taxed for using those facilities, we're also the people in that area are going to have issues with more taxes on their property because as property value goes up, whatever. Okay, that's what that is, right? But then you're also got to think about, like, you're not getting that money immediately. So how is the work going to get done? Somebody got to get paid. They ain't going to wait for no taxes to come in after it's done. So that means we're taking our current money that we have, of course, which is normal. What is it? 500? Gosh, I can't remember it's like 400 million and 200 million. This is not a drop in the bucket. We already have budgeting issues as it is right now, but there are other issues in our city that need that money right now. And instead they're going to go towards something that we're going to supposedly get paid back for in the future that worked out so well before. And it just doesn't, when people don't look at all the ramifications of what's going to happen there's one community in a flood zone right now, and it's not the one they tried to steal the land from over by Port San Antonio. Not the Thompson Square one. That one was horseshit. It's the Lincoln Heights courts. They were, dude, there's so much stuff I know. We couldn't even, but Lincoln Heights courts needed to be redone. It was third on the list because of Alazan and Apache courts, right? And people in San Antonio, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So those three were on the list. Heights Courts was third, right? It's over here near by me as well. They had met with the architect Saldana and his crew and all that. They had all the plan. They had the people that live there. They were like, oh man, we really want this. Please don't lie to us. Please don't. It's heartbreaking stuff, right? They really need the upgrade because they got flooded out. They actually legit got flooded and stuff like that. And instead, the Marxist crew from Esperanza Peace and Justice, run by Graciela Sanchez, she's a Yale graduate, Marxist trained person that came down here and runs Esperanza Peace and Justice. And she goes and she gets these little activists and brings them in. She works with that PLSA that they're a Marxist group. I know it's PLSA. I can't remember what their name stands for. But basically, they contacted a tenant from inside, like Alexandra Apache, this woman who then they basically turned her into an activist, right? She's got like 6-8 kids, something like that. And they turned it, and then they basically had this whole push of like, oh no, we don't want to be displaced. And even though there was no displacement, they had a whole plan on like how to keep people there or give them vouchers. We don't want to be displaced, and the vouchers are bullshit, and just a bunch of lies, straight up lies. And we don't want to, this is our history and culture. I'm like, what, fucking criminals and shit living in there because they can't get, you gotta extinguish these places every so often, man.
Yeah,
you gotta free people that are in there being surrounded by fucking convicts and shit like that, gang members, and clear it out every so often, Yeah. And so Lincoln Court, they waited so long by this protesting. The city said, look, we ain't gonna do it for nobody now because the money passed. We don't have an opportunity to do that now. So the people in Lincoln Courts got fucked by this fucking activist shit, even though they were ready to go and they actually need it because of flooding concerns. So that type of thing, money that's going to Project Marvel could have gone to something like that.
Yeah,
but
to actually help the people.
It's going to go. So any infrastructure, think about any potholes y'all got, because that's everybody complaining about that, right? Think about any sidewalks you don't got, or lighting that you need, or traffic, any infrastructure. The sewage is bad, or you're not getting the right water flow. Whatever it is, no, ain't going to happen, because you ain't going to be getting it, because like 600 million at least is going to Project Marvel right off the bat. You got to pay construction, you got to pay demo, you got to pay cleanup, you got to pay,
Yeah, and we're not going to see that money, that revenue till like years and years later. I mean, it's going to take years.
It's all a rolling. The idea is that they're gambling.
Yeah,
they're gambling. Mm-hmm. And my other thing about that was like, if the Spurs are if they're gonna threaten to leave the city after how much people have supported them over generations of people,
I say fuck
yourself. Exactly.
I was the same way when they were like, they'll move to Austin. I'm like, if they're that, fuck them.
Go.
And you talk about loyalty and all these fucking, oh my god, and the people here is what makes the Spurs. All right, then it's all bullshit. So fuck you. I don't care. Yeah. And it's like, what? We're gonna have no more sports team. I mean, we don't have. That's all we have, anyways. We never get shit here.
But I'll tell you what. A sports team still doesn't make this city. This city is stronger and has a deeper, richer history that a lot of people just forget because we're so used to being entertained. All right.
Yeah.
That's like the fall of Rome and shit. We're so ready to be entertained. We're just going to distract. The reality is we have the opportunity to seize back our city at any point we want. I'm doing that for our neighborhood over here. I've gotten to state level in a few years and actually getting action from that. Actionable things, changing the area. And I'm doing it for nothing. What do I get paid? God's going to pay me. That's about it.
I was just about to ask you that. So everything you do is on a voluntary basis.
I'm doing it because it's more. Yeah, it is voluntary in the sense, but I'm going to make it sound ugly because I love doing this. I'm being selfish. I'm taking care of me. And what I'm doing that is my mom and my family, our property is over 100 years old. I told the senator, I told many people, this is the United States. This is Texas. This is fucking San Antonio with the Alamo. We're not going to get pushed off of our property, whether it's criminals on the street or politicians. They're just as dirty, doing everything in the open with a smug look on their face. You notice that?
Oh,
yeah. This politician, they're always, well, guess what? So are the guys on the street. Yeah, man, because they already know they're going to get revolving door, spit right back out on the street. Yeah, all this stuff happened out in the open, all of it, So I was like, "No, we ain't gonna get pushed on. We're gonna sit. We're gonna wait. We're gonna sit." They fuck with the wrong guy. Basically, they fuck with the wrong family. My grandfather fought in Korea. You know what China was back then? Socialist state. And who do we got running our damn city? Socialists.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah,
away.
we went from
This-
communist being a dirty word to it being fucking a household,
This goes. In the name of compassion, though, right? Because that's what San Antonio Housing Trust is. In the name of compassion, they're taking away property. They're land banking. Do you know what land banking is? Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it, but explain it more.
Oh my God. I'm glad. Look, I'm sorry you want to talk about these things because
no,
these
you're good.
Things ain't...
No, actually, I was reading them. I'm hearing you talking. I'm reading them, and I'm like, a lot of them I'm already on board. Like, okay, I see that, but yeah, go for it. Tell me what
land banking is supposed to be. It's one of these compassionate things again. So your mom, your grandma can't afford the taxes on her property because taxes fucking suck and they're always going up, right? So what I'm going to do as a company, as a non-profit, when everyone knows nonprofits are just angels. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to go ahead and make a deal with you, and I'm going to pay all your grandma's, your mom's taxes on her property, on your property. You would possibly get it, but guess what? Once she enters in that agreement, not anymore. That land's mine when she dies. So what does that do? The side that says they're for the people, the Democrats, the socialists they say they're for the people. They say they're for, helping build they're full of shit. Because what is the one way for people in poverty to get out of it? Property. That's the easiest way for people that they don't know how to invest. They can't build businesses, whatever, but they can't own property. And if you own more property, you have more equity. And you have more options. You have more leverage with credit. You can borrow loans. Somebody can go to college. Somebody can go, that's generational wealth building, as they call it. Yeah. When you take away that option, when somebody land banks, oh, sure, for the end of my days, I'm going to live in my house, but then that company is going to own it. And so my children don't have it anymore. I've broken that generational wealth option. They don't talk about that. And the city council, there was another link there that, that talks about it too. It's about the CCR, the council community request is what they call them, right? Dude, I've learned so much language about the city. I never wanted to. I've learned so much language of how to talk to code and zoning, and I'm just a regular person. I got no political ties. I got no money just laying around, whatever. I don't have any people to call in on, and there's no troops.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so
that's one thing I guess we should both work on is trying to get more people involved. And it is true. Like it's like the WEF, right? The World Economic Forum, when they were saying you'll own nothing and be happy. That's what the ultimate goal is. The ultimate goal is to have you own nothing, have nothing, no tangible possessions, because then you'll be miserable and you'll rely on the state, and then they'll have total control of everything you do. We'll implement the social credit score. You talk about us, your score goes down. We'll make you a prisoner in your own place, like what China does, where they can't even get train tickets anywhere. They're just stuck in a little fucking area because they have a low social credit score, and that's what it's always been. It's all control. It's all control. And it's and it all comes, like they say, it all comes in and wrapped in a nice little bow of compassion and equity, right? They love that word, equity. Right. Oh, we have to have equitable things, equitable outcomes. No, we're never gonna all end the same, because I might work harder than you, you might work harder than me, and we're gonna have different outcomes, because with equality, we all have the opportunity. We all have the same opportunity to be successful. Equity, it's like we're all going to end the same, right? So we're going to have, that means we have to take away from people doing good to give it to the people not doing good. It's like you're punishing me for fucking doing better than somebody else. No, right. That's where you get shit. That's where you get communism. It doesn't breed innovation, doesn't breed drive or anything like that. And then we just become a shit country, and that's what they want to eventually come to. Eat the bugs and be happy. Do all that bullshit. and it's what
we don't want that. We don't want that to happen.
No, yeah, and that's what I like. I've been like politically active for a long time. Been talking about it for like to people for forever now, and it's like I was out there in 2016, talking Trump and like getting all this stuff, and it's not only about Trump, but it's like we need to take our country back, man, from all the shit going on and these greedy as in fucking politicians and it's like you said, they're all uniparty, it's all uniparty.
There's a structure there that they're happy with how it is. They fucking hate Trump.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, Trump doesn't do. I don't fucking. I'm not one of those guys. Everything he does is great, and he's playing 8D chess. Like, shut the fuck up. The dude doesn't know what he's doing half the time too. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand that. But when he first came out in 2016, he was talking, or 2015, he was talking some real shit. He was talking to the people, and the people were like, yes. And
well, he likes to be liked. He's a populist in that regard, and you know what? You can work with that.
Exactly. And I'm a populist kind of guy. I think like the people need to have call me fucking stupid, but I think in a democracy, the people should say how they should be led, you know? But that's I
don't like a democracy because
no. I mean,
I'll tell you what, you don't win war. You don't win wars as a democracy.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm in a constitutional republic.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. But no,
people want to be led, dude. It's crazy. They want to be led.
I'm just so used to saying that because you hear it so much. Because when you hear leftists say they're a threat to democracy, it just means they're like a roadblock to what we want to implement. You know,
democracy is good for discussion, but it's not good for getting anything done.
Yeah, well, that's why we have the electoral college, because mob rule doesn't work well. It never has and never will.
Never has.
I mean, if we had mob rule, I mean, San Antonio would be a communist shithole by now. Because people, it's like you said, people like to be led. They don't want to think about anything. They want to just sit back and fucking go on the social media and be fucking mindless, you know, or do. Well,
that's kind of you kind of said exactly why San Antonio is why it is.
Yeah.
Look at who voted in the mayoral election. Less than 10% the first time, 16.66% the second time. Nobody gives a shit down here.
But they
except for the special interest groups.
But they put it too on the day of the night parade.
Oh, I know. They did it to the same thing with Haven for Hope when they made a vote over here. Yeah, they do it when the Spurs were playing that time too, but that was over 15 years ago. Look, these things are on purpose. There's no, of course they are.
Of course, nobody's that stupid to think that they're doing that accidentally.
No, but you know what? A lot of people just don't think about it. They don't take the time to think about it because they're busy, man. We're trying to live life. We got bills to pay, we got kids to raise, we got whatever it is, and now you're gonna tell me some motherfuckers are over here trying to take the shit out from underneath us? I can't believe that. What are you, Alex Jones? No, but I'll tell you what, all of the stuff is out there. It's out there to just look at, like, you know, and you know, not only that, a lot of these politicians and people in city positions, they've just told me things, and I'm like, because I'm a nobody to them, and I'm like, oh my god, I love being nobody. So whenever I talk to anybody like that says, well, who are you? What do you do? Where's your background? I said, oh, I'm just a citizen. You know, I've been asked to, I've been asked to be on different council, whatever group, neighborhood associations, whatever, go speak downtown for city council a few times, and then to run for district rep here. And I'm like, hell no. Are you kidding me? To get into that shithole? Hell no. I'd rather be out here where I can take shots at everybody.
Yeah. I need to fucking shit at everybody.
Yeah, no, that's right. Don't touch me. I got the sword of truth, and I'll burn you if you're wrong, man. Double-edged sword.
That's the one thing, though. Like a lot of people, I feel like that's the one thing that happens a lot with politics is you get people that actually have these good intentions, and they go in with these good intentions, and then they realize this is how
they need allies.
This is how it really works, right? And then they tell them right from the first day, hey, if you want to fucking do anything in this realm, you know, you're gonna have to play ball. And then also, like we said, the compromising these people. But I'm gonna definitely share this list. I'm probably gonna share it on Facebook as well. But yeah, man, this is good. Business property tax exemption, ban on estate and death tax. I think we need to ban death tax, bro. I don't.
Hey, real quick. The two things there that the Democrats don't like, which has to do with like taxes on unrealized gains or whatever, they're against it. And I'm telling you what, if you're an independent, if you're a business owner of any kind, why would you ever vote against yourself? Dude, small businesses need this, and Democrats just assume that we're a bunch of fucking losers that don't understand anything. Oh, that's for the rich. No, it's not. It's for anybody that's trying to make some damn money.
It's for anybody that has any stock. I mean, unrealized gains,
properties.
It's so crazy. I remember when Kamala Harris was talking about unrealized gains. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then capital gains, and and it was the most retarded shit I've ever even heard. I was like, oh my god! And people are actually fucking on board. It's like, do you want to just be bent over a barrel?
Because how they always put it is the rich versus the poor, and so what are they saying, that I'm just a poor? Like, don't you understand what they're telling y'all people? That you ain't nothing, you ain't shit. You know, you're telling me, and I just said it in this whole discussion, property, right? And what is one way for people in poverty to get out of poverty? Through generational wealth, through property. So if they're gonna put capital gains tax on you for, you know, trying to better yourself and your family so your kids have a better life, well, shit, man, why are you going to be punished for that?
Especially the worst part of it all is like what you put right there, and that's what I was just talking about. Even if the gains are not realized, so they'll
Correct.
just tax you on, oh, well, we suspect it's going to be this much.
Yep.
And then, like, if it's not, do I get my money back? Fuck no. Try getting a refund from IRS.
That's like the IRS. They want me to tell them every quarter how much you know, revenue I believe I'm going to get. I'm like, go fuck yourself. How am I supposed to know? I'm an independent contractor. Yeah. No tax on security transactions. I think that's part of it.
This one right here.
Retail, well, that's let's see. It's financial transaction tax on buying or selling stocks or similar investments. Yeah, that also hurts anyone trying to do business or trying to better themselves, other than just working a job like a fucking slave, which is what Democrats want. You know, ban on estate tax, like you said. That's about it. Yeah. I mean, that's good. You don't want to tax anybody. Same thing with the veteran thing. You don't want to tax veterans. Put property taxes on veterans' wives or husbands that are, you know, left over after they've died in, you know, while they're actually on the job. There's a judicial misconduct oversight. Is that the one where changes how the state monitors and disciplines judge? Yes.
Judge.
So the Democrats' view is that, it's going to give Abbott too much power. It's going to give him too much. Well, right now,
it's going to hold judges accountable for their fucking decisions. That's what it's going to do.
Because what they don't understand is that if Abbott was your guy, you would be for it, wouldn't you, Democrats? Yes, you would. You want your guy to have power. Well, guess what? We want a higher power also above the one that's fucking destroying our damn counties and cities now. The judge I was talking about was the criminal court judge. I can't remember what criminal court, but it's Judge Rangel. He just recently said he's not going to run for DA. Thank the gods. And also that, remember, DA Joe Gonzalez is also out of here, sucker. Like, I interviewed him. I didn't interview shit. We had him come down to a neighborhood association meeting for Western Hope and Action. At that time, I didn't have Gardendale Neighborhood Association active, and they weren't running. So he came down because he said, I heard somebody didn't understand how the DA's office works. Like, he was going to come set us straight, right? It wasn't even me that had said anything. It was one of the guys on the board, but everybody's political there. So they're like, oh, okay, great. Yeah. Not me. I'm not on the board. I'm just a citizen. So, well, Joe Gonzalez is the one that came down. Rangel is the one that told our community over here in Gardendale, hire private security. He's a criminal court judge.
Private security.
And he's telling the poor people over here in 78207 with highest crime in the damn city, we're on the top of the charts of, man, we're just knocking it out. And he's telling us over here, when they're telling him we got problems, you know, we show him videos. Oh, I saw your little videos. Like, what the fuck are you? I haven't been contested in 14 years. Yeah, because what's up with the Republicans and not even bothering trying to touch judge positions here? This bothers me about Republicans.
Dude, that's the one thing. I know. I'm like I say all the time. I don't even say I'm not Republican. I'm just a very conservative person. Conservative, like I like less government. I want the government out of my life for the most part. And they're just like the Republicans, man. Like the whole establishment they don't even try in these big cities because they're just like it's a lose. You know, we're gonna lose anyways. So why even put money into it? And it's like, well, if you just fucking
loser
try.
Talk.
Yes, it's a loser mentality of it's just a waste of time. And it's like, this is why you never make real gains anywhere, because you fucking just throw away the rest of it. Like, oh yeah, this city's blue and it's always gonna be blue. Or maybe
they found easier paths to get their money, dude, and their power. They found easier path. There's a better way to do it.
And if you were to talk to the people, like, which I do a lot too, I talk to normal people and I'll tell them like some policies, especially Hispanic people, big time. If you tell them conservative policies, they'll be like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But they just don't know that they're conservative. Like a lot of them, when you tell them, that's a very conservative. Like I used to be a teacher, and when I would tell the kids about like welfare, right? I would say, how long should people be on welfare? You think a lifetime? And they're like, fuck no. And these are like Hispanic inner city fucking kids, and they're like, nah, like you should be on, like, I'm talking poor kids, District 1. I mean Title 1, sorry, District 1, Title 1. Kids. And they're like, hell no, you should only be in like, I mean, maybe you have a kid, and then after that, you get like 6 months to get the fuck out and get to work. And I'm like, that's very conservative of you.
I think it's also a generational thing too, because like I know in my generation, we worked. I grew up doing yards. I grew up manually outside, all that. We were poor. I've been poor the majority of my life, and just because I do what I do now doesn't mean that I'm like living it up. I've lived in those areas. I've lived in nice areas. I've lived in whatever, and that's how I know how those people think too. Like I like to say, I speak whitenese because I know how that world works. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if only they put some money and some, and then like I'd volunteer to go fucking groundwork, do some speeches, go fucking talk to people. But they never care to even talk to people. Like, cause I've messaged people, I've done all kinds of stuff, and I get nothing back for the most part, or we'll keep in touch or whatever, and hear nothing from them. So I'm like, well, yeah, y'all ain't trying to win. It's like y'all don't want to win.
I've gone to a couple of the Republican things here, and it's a lot of patting on the back and harumph. And then I'm like, oh, that's it? Well, shit, I ain't gonna come back to this. Y'all ain't about shit. Like, I'm getting stuff done over here on my own, and I ain't nobody. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't even.
Yeah. So, anyways, man, I need you to come back on because there's so much more we got to talk about.
Oh, dude, do you want to hear San Antonio shit? I got all this. Well, I got a lot of San Antonio shit, but yeah.
No. We need to definitely do this again. Because we're in the same city. We could even go fucking. I even go. I've been trying to. I think I told you last time, but I need to do more for that. I love to go fucking meet up and shit and do some stuff with you because.
The Cove's right here, dude. I can't meet you at the Cove.
We could definitely do that. Just so people know, from anybody that follows me, are you on anything else other than X, or are you just on X?
I'm same on TX Rogue News on YouTube.
Okay, so go follow him on YouTube. Go get this man on X.
That's a no picture. Back in the corporate days.
Is that what it is? It's at Texas Rogue News. Go ahead and go follow him. And also Hernando Arce as well.
I don't know him, never met him, but yeah, I've seen some of the stuff he was doing on the illegal
immigration
center or whatever, the ARC.
Yeah. I used
what did he call it? American Replacement Center.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
He's a good dude, man. I did an interview with him. Good dude. Fucking, I just messaged him the other day. I was like, yeah, we need to go do some stuff together. So that'd be cool. We could all three go have a beer and talk about doing some things, man. Because I really want to start getting involved more in that. I'm gonna get some free time, I think, very soon as well, like to do a little bit more and all that. So hopefully we can get some shit done. And since the Republican Party ain't gonna do it, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. At least we can take one step at a time, and see where it goes. But go ahead and follow him. And thank you, brother, for taking the time. And let's definitely we could do
you gotta do what I was saying though before we started. You got to get like a round table going, man, where you get like 4 or 5 of us from different things and we talk about the subjects. I'm telling you, man. I'll send you a link to how this one they did it themselves, man. You got to do it yourself. Ain't nobody else they ain't gonna hand it. No one's gonna come down and tell you that you gotta do it yourself.
Well, that's the one thing. Like I've told a lot of people, because I know some people, and they're like, "Hey, we won the presidency, and we won the House, and all." And I'm like,
ain't
bro,
done yet.
And it's not even that. Like, we won everything in a landslide, and it doesn't matter. Like, the only person that's going to make your life any better is going to be you. And motherfuckers think, oh, you won an election, everything's great now. I'm like, no, that's just one part of it. The next part is, what are you going to do in your community? And that's what I want to kind of get more into, is trying to help out the community. I'm in District 1, so I'm not in yours.
We used to be District 1, but they didn't like our dirtiness, so they cut us off. Hey, I don't blame them, man.
Yeah, we got that. What's her name? I can't even pronounce her name.
Shakur. I call her Sucker.
The Indian chick.
Sucker.
She's a fucking. I remember she came to my house one time, not because personally for me, because she was walking the block.
Oh man, they don't even walk our blocks.
Dude, she was walking the block. This was a while back, before she won her first one, her first candidacy
against Bravo. Yeah,
and so she came in, and the first thing I told her is like, "Oh, you're the," and I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty, man. She's kind of hot. She came in, and I was like, "Who's this?" Yeah, I mean, not like, oh, man, yeah. And I was like, who's this chick? And she came up, and I knew who she was, because I remember she voted. You remember that time where they were trying to make us like California, where they were going to do vandalism up to $1,000, you won't get arrested. And and they were the stealing up to like 700. I don't know. They were doing all this stupid shit. And I told her, you're the one that's that's promoting that new bill, right? And she goes, yeah. And I said, yeah, bro, you're wasting your time talking to me. And she goes, well, let me tell you why I'm doing that. I said, there's nothing you can tell me about like why you would support that other than you're a fucking retard. And I have no time for you. I was like,
wow.
no, because I was like at that time I was like, bitch, get the fuck, like you're an idiot. Because I was upset because you know what? This is our city, this is our community, and you're trying to make it worse. You're actively trying to make it worse, and I'm not a fan of that. And I'm like, fuck you. You're trying to put us in a place where we're gonna constantly be having to defend ourselves. We're gonna be going to the stores and seeing these people fucking what we see in California. We're gonna have to like get these glass doors that they have, you know, like they do in San Francisco, where you have to like get somebody from the back. Hey, can I get one of those deodorants? Because everybody's stealing and vandalizing, and it's like, nah, I'm not going to be nice to somebody that's like actively trying to ruin this city. Like I'm not. And I was like, dude, you're just wasting your time. I wasn't being like an asshole. I was just like, you're just wasting your time. And I said, it's really retarded, like the situation. I mean, that whole bill that you're promoting, and I don't even want to talk to you. And then she goes, okay. She walked out. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, have a good day. You know, I wasn't like a dick. I was just being honest. Like, you're actively trying to make this place a more hostile and dangerous place. And I'm not for that. And I think everything you're promoting is shit. So not going to pretend to like you.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do it, brother. Let's do it again. And let's do a roundtable. We'll talk that through and try to get Hernando on there. I think he'd be down because he's always down to kind of, you know, get in the community and speak to people and all that kind of shit. I know he's been busy. He actually came out on Alex Jones' show.
I know. Yeah. I haven't followed anything he's been doing for a long, because I know he left Texas, didn't he? Didn't he go back to New York or something like that?
No, I think he's still here. I think yeah. But I'm actually interviewing Anthony Arguello. He did a line in the sand with James O'Keefe, and he does a lot of the border stuff as well. Yeah, so I'll be interviewing him Wednesday, I believe. I'm not sure. I hope he comes through, but he said he was. So that's gonna be really cool. So I can't wait to. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions for him, man. I'll show you his Instagram or whatever, and then you could let me, or his X. But yeah, man, let's do this soon again, brother. Have a great night, man.
All right,
y'all go follow this dude. See y'all later. Peace.
Later.
All right.